All right, fam. Well, we are here back once again for this documentary that's coming on. And of course, I didn't mute myself on the YouTube. So yeah, all right, I'm muted now. And as you can see in the little square here is Sam's beautiful face. We were going to be watching this together, but it seems the airing in Canada is different from where we are now. But she's hanging with us anyway. So greetings to everyone that is in the chat room. OTDA, the one true David Adams, Dirty D, as he's known in the Ginger Ale chats. Timo, Lisi, my fellow Mad Queen, Phil H, Doris Wench, Linda Smith, the Granite Person, LMR, my brother Fandom D Sane is in here. Lexi, what's good? Spots I saw earlier. Mar Jade I saw earlier. Sly the Tank Benjamin, what's going on? The homie from Drinks and Knows Things. Aaron Water and my lady love. Thank you for coming through. And I'm just hoping that this documentary is going to be cool. You know, give us maybe some insights or just, you know, just a good time, I guess. I don't want to be bored. Hey, what's up, Jayton? The Imagination Realm. What's good? Dude, the sets that they had to build and all the places where they filmed the scale of it is so overwhelming. Wow. Timo, why are you getting feels? Is this your last goodbye? I guess this is kind of all of our real last goodbye, isn't it? Damn, did y'all see how much stuff they were putting on that dude's face? Holy fuck. Wonder how long they were in the costume chair for before they started filming. And I'm still mad that the Mountain's helmet looked like what's his name's hat from Fat Albert. Am I the only one that caught that all these seasons? Yay, fake dead bodies. Look at that. Production offices look like it's in a damn apartment building. Come on, fandom. You know I'm right, though. You know I'm right. Especially now that the picture's in your head. You're agreeing with me. That's why you're laughing. All right. Sam, anytime you want to comment, though, you can unmute, Ma.
Just so you guys know, I am watching it with you. It's the last episode of the season that's on after for me. So it was on before for you guys. It's on after this for me. So it is live for me.
Got you. Awesome, awesome. Okay, cool. We are in sync. All right, see, Jayton, I knew somebody would get it. You understand.
There's a lot of decisions. Something simple like the wolf running with the dice. For us, it's 150-foot rings for the tracking vehicle. Cavalry. You know, it's fun. It's a fun puzzle to figure out, you know, when you do figure it out.
I appreciate the rainbow this lady has hanging in the background. Kudos to you.
And so it's the same with this. We keep messing with the puzzle, and then when that last piece fits, they're like, yeah, it worked.
Oh, thanks, Phil. I appreciate that. Phil said he isn't really watching a documentary. He's just in here hanging with all of us and watching me and Sam. I appreciate you, Phil. I really do. Thank you for always coming around and hanging with the girls. For these years we've been doing this, man. You're not going to co-sign on that, babe? Okay. You know what that tells me, though? You agree. You just don't want to admit it. You forget I am fluent in Java. Oh, look at all these weapons, dude. If I could have an armory. Dude, oh, goodness. If I could own my own armory. Oh, the awesome swords that would be in that thing. Swords, probably some specially made sais. I'd probably learn how to use nunchucks just for the hell of it, just to show off and be flashy.
I would just want needle.
See, you know what? Needle is cool, but for me, honestly, I think needle would be too small. I don't have my daggers up out of a box just yet, but when I do, you'll see what I mean. Like I have some fantasy daggers. They're maybe slightly smaller than the Sting sword replica from Lord of the Rings. And I think that's too small. And I think needle's probably around that size. I mean, Arya's a little chick though, so it works for her. I would need something bigger. Oh, I love that accent. Also, Plexi or Timo or BBM, whichever one of you can do, can you get the link for Costume Co's channel and put it in the chat? Just now thought about her since we're watching some costuming stuff just now. Y'all go to her channel. She has some really good discussions about the costumes in Game of Thrones. I think you'll enjoy it if you like the deeper dive outside of the story like I do.
I have to say these costumes are amazing.
Amazing, absolutely amazing. From season 1, that's something they've never faltered on. You chose not to notice who after Ep 4, Timo? Yeah, they look like some fucking northern men. Northern men are like overgrown dwarves. Y'all realize that? All bulky and beards down to their necks, down past their necks to their knees and shit. Thank you, Fandom. Yeah, y'all click that link that Fandom just put in the chat for Costume Co. if you want to check out her discussions. Northern armor really doesn't look like it's upgraded over the years at all. And I mean, even before the story started, like in season 1, like this is the stuff they were using during Robert's Rebellion. Like I think Ned was failing there. You should have something more than boiled leather, man. Sansa's there. Okay, yeah, okay. If you are avoiding Sansa, Timo, I get it. Totally get it.
We get our full jackets done every year. This is for season 7. Adrian has one as well. There from the back, the North remember his name.
Ooh, that's nice.
And then the unit that you work with.
Croatia.
It'll be all fast. Whenever you see a season starting back up again, you just see beards in these black jackets walking around in Belfast. What is that? You see that? It's like all the dead stuff kind of flat.
That just reminded me of that scene where they're hiding in the Sound of Music. Statues are huge, though. Like in the episode, they don't look like they're that big, but wow. And here's what they modeled King's Landing off of. It's so cool when you can go on these locations, man.
Well, I remember reading the script. I remember being in Dubrovnik. And I remember saying to him when everything out, knowing what we had to do, nobody was ever going to let him go that attack, no matter where we were, particularly not Dubrovnik.
Well, duh.
And then when we looked outside of the production office, there's this great big black piece of concreted land. The Titanic Studios needed backwash, and there was one really obvious one sitting there.
Oh, Tywin, Amazon Prime failed you? Damn.
We've been so many places and photographed so many things. So it's actually trying to work out what makes these things fantastic.
That sucks. Let's see, OTDA.
And also, they're not sacrificing.
Oh, if Plexi asks if folks could travel to a country where the show was filmed to see sets and sites, which would it be? Oh, I don't know that I could pick just one. I honestly would want to go see them all. Hey, what's going on, Lord Dom?
I do certainly most of you have a constant tape in my head of you are being employed to cope, just to cope, just have to cope. But now I realise.
Yeah, the crew put in so much work here, man.
6 and 7, the training for season 8.
So much work in all of the background. Ireland would be cool. Honestly, I don't know the locations of all of the castles, but I would like to go and see like what real life locations they used. That would be my shtick, running through a castle. The water gardens would be cool too, Dornish Wench. So how does it work with Amazon Prime, guys? Is it like you get it automatically with the Amazon Prime subscription, or do you have to pay for another subscription within them? Hey Ion, hey Linda. I saw that, Dornish Wench. I saw that and I was like, oh wait, possibilities. But yeah, I don't know if I'd want to pay for the upkeep on a castle. Oh, you got to do extra for HBO. Damn. Okay, I see. Yeah, because I have Amazon Prime, but I already had HBO with my cable package.
Oh, here comes the table read, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the first table read.
Is it? Nah, John's beard's a bit long.
Look how little Maisie is.
Are you ahead of me?
By like a couple seconds.
Ah, okay, yeah. There we go. Season 1 table read, okay. Get little Rob. Oh my god, they were so young. Lord Stark. I always forget Amelia's a brunette, not a blonde. Look at tiny ass Arya. Like she's still tiny, but she's even smaller here.
Winterfell Wall. The battle for Winterfell begins, heavily adapted, believe it or not, for read-through purposes.
What are you guys thinking so far? I found this interesting.
Jon coming for him. Is this going to be an epic fight? No. The Night King raises his arms slowly.
The facial expressions during this read are awesome.
The Andal battles on. He has been slashed and stabbed.
You know what? I bet you in his spare time this guy plays Dungeons and Dragons. I guarantee you he's the master.
Keep watching.
Amelia does not hide her facial expressions, man.
He stops before Bran and raises his sword to strike. But suddenly he's pouring out of the darkness. Sorry.
There was a pile of dead whites there? I think they neglected to show that. Because it literally looked like Arya jumped out of nowhere.
Now we know.
I guess.
I saw him right.
Oh, Miss Andy.
That's right. You saw it. I did. You did.
Davos had no time for drunk ass Tormund.
Dragonstone Beach night. Grey Worm leads Varys, hands bound down the beach. I told you what was happening. You did.
I love Amelia's voice.
I Daenerys surpassed Targaryen. Bested my name. Chains in my dragons.
Damn, Colin is not feeling that shit.
Drogon's fuse fire on him. You don't watch her.
Keep watching. Keep watching.
Tyrion is heartbroken. Jon is disturbed. Grey Worm sees this as the just execution of a traitor. She sounds like
damn.
She's a conqueror. She liberated the people of slaves' faith. She liberated.
Aww.
Queen's nature's fire and blood.
Standing before the Iron Throne, Danny steps
Tyrion
forward.
look like he's got a hipster head.
Their eyes closed, his hand behind her head, her hand at his cheek. Danny's eyes open suddenly as she draws a sharp breath.
Who do you think is gonna age poorly, Dornish?
Neither moves, as if moving will make this real.
Damn.
You see Jon with his hand still on the hilt of the dagger he just lodged.
Jon is like, what the fuck? Oh, oh, somebody give Kid a hug. Stop being a punk, Sansa. Give him a hug.
Kneeling down to the floor beside him. He looks down at what he's done, terrible and necessary. End of Game of Thrones.
The destruction of the scripts is so sad.
Like, these folks have spent like a damn decade on this, man. And it had to be a grueling time. Kudos to all of them. Oh, man, I don't know. That's a missed opportunity. There's plenty of people that would pay hella money to get those scripts. Do it to raise money for a charity or something.
I think those are just the actors' scripts. I think they probably have like full scripts.
I mean, that's what I'm saying though. That have the actors sign it. That'd be a novelty gift.
More snow. It's just paper and water, and it does the job.
Am I the only one that thinks there wasn't enough snow this season? Like, yeah, the White Walkers are gone supposedly, but it's still supposed to be winter.
Just trying to work out where we need to put stuff and where we don't. You know, you can go on a record and say, right, we're just seeing that, but you know, you need to come just an inch, and you know, it's another 10 meters that you have to dress. You can't just throw money at things. I'm a stickler for that. I don't like.
Is this Winterfell?
Too much money. I don't like
Yeah, I think it is.
Okay.
But don't waste it, you know. If it snows, oh, we'll probably have a party. If it snows, yeah, fill the whole lot in white. That would be fantastic.
I love hearing
It's just
people's
nothing like
accents,
it.
man.
It just rains in Belfast.
I love hearing them swear.
Yeah, yo, English swear words crack me the hell up. I use them all the time. Okay, yeah, we're right. That was Winterfell.
What are you talking about? It came on a tipper, so we just had to fucking tip them into the fucking grass.
She is not for the fuck shit. A young man, what are you telling me?
You can have 350 crew, and with that comes the infrastructure, service vehicles, extras, marquees. I sort of end up doing all the logistics and the running of all the locations when we're out and about, which is great fun.
Oof. That's got to take a heavy toll.
We'll have to use our imagination a little bit. This 25 by 15 meter is extras holding. We have to avoid this manhole cover. So when you bring the crowd up,
Are you? Because of the double conversation imagination.
will be
Understandable.
here. The only problem is these big gas canisters. That's all propane. You cannot sit there having a bag, otherwise the whole thing's gonna go
Timo, that's a reach. You stop it right now. She wasn't the only one laughing.
That's an
Leave Sophie alone.
So they'll not be tempted to stand her up past the electric fence. Yeah.
Dude, just the setup is such hard work, man. And it's cold as shit over there. Yeah, Sam, she's not going to point out that Lena was laughing, though, is she? Joe Swag, what's good, homie? Yeah, Jayton, that's what I was saying. Like, it's, oh, goodness. Lena can do that because she's a Lannister. Timo, stop it right now. Stop it. Stop it.
Timo, these aren't Lannisters and Starks right now. That's not Sansa and Cersei.
Exactly.
That's Lena and Sophie.
You leave Sophie alone on that. This looks very Walking Dead like.
It's about choreographing fights with Craster and Vlad. Basically what we do on film set, isn't it? It's what you do on a film
That's what
set.
I'd really like to see. All the training that went into all the stunts and fights that everyone had to do.
By the time we come to shoot it, the producers know what the fight is, the director knows what the fight is, the actors know what the fights are, and everyone knows what's going on. This is what we did yesterday. This is like the end.
I probably shouldn't have laughed that a guy got an arrow through the head.
Oh, wow.
That's so cool to see. So cool to see them working on that.
What was that scene, though?
Ironborn, I think Yara's rescue.
Yeah.
Because Theon came in with all those archers. I would love to have replicas of like all of the swords from this series. And that Valyrian steel Arak that Danny gave to Drogo.
Well, Adam brought in this season to introduce episodes 1, 2, and 4 to be strong out there, been waiting to see the final season of Game of Thrones. What I'm doing
Hey, all right.
the consequences of what
Looks like Prime is up.
the war that's coming, of course, how that affects people. The value of them is much. They are able to translate my mumble. They're able to visualize my sketch. I'm a conductor, fine musician.
Why are there subtitles for this man talking? I understand exactly what he's saying.
I think it's because he said he mumbles a lot earlier.
Sound like he was mumbling.
He gets floor plans printed out that he cuts up and blocks out where the characters are going to go, where they move to, where the camera's going to go. And it's a little road plan for the whole scene. He draws it all by hand. And he writes it on US letter size paper, which is like 8.5 by 11. No, he doesn't. A4 doesn't work. So he shipped over a big box of folding around paper. Don't question the system.
See, this makes me think of that scene with Catelyn getting Winterfell ready for the visitors. So much behind the scenes work that goes into everything.
I love that they're showing his process, David Nutter's process.
This year have everything on iPads, but that's just not how he rolls. He claims he's a Luddite, but you know he's got some of the most iconic episodes. He did the Red Wedding,
Yeah.
and the Walk of Shame.
He can use all the paper he wants.
Dead Theon, that song over top of him.
How long have you used this process?
Since the very beginning.
Did someone teach you?
Taught myself. This is my method. My methodology. My stuff sits in that safe there, nothing gets left out. And if you check the paper at the wrong time, it will dissolve. Mission Impossible.
The dude's got Mission Impossible Goonies traps on his shit. That's hilarious. Wonder if the actors took any souvenirs at the end. If I was Arya, I would very, very hard try to take Needle.
I think if I'm not mistaken, I was watching an interview with Amelia where she said a lot of the props were going to be auctioned off for charity.
Okay. That's cool.
Well, impossible.
So yeah, full as 5 o'clock starts quite regular.
The amount of wigs and the work to keep them up in this show, man. Amelia's barely got both eyes open.
Amelia's generally got dark hair,
So when you put the wig on, it looks like it's got roots. So then we have to put a little cap over that kills any dark.
Interesting.
So this is very lucky to see this, but this is normally when someone like a producer knocks on the door and you're like, not now, please, no.
It's not glamorous.
Very nice.
I don't know the first thing about wigs. Timo said she's in a bitchy mood. She's did 4 12-hour shifts. Yeah, that'll do it. That will do it.
That is still the most beautiful.
Danny is not on the screen right now, Timo. That is Amelia. Stop that right now.
I love seeing this part, like all the work that goes into making them the characters they are.
My heart is in my throat when I think about this not happening much longer. It genuinely gets me really like, oh.
I bet when they finally wrapped, everybody was crying.
Look at that, it's beautiful round. Beautiful illumination.
Who refused to dress the part? Tywin.
Simple enough scene, no? Yeah. Like, everybody's like, oh, I'm so happy this is over starting. Perfect.
You know, bleach does wreak havoc on your hair, though. So I can't fault her for wanting to use a wig.
He was, I know, he's just so excited to think out to do and to do 50% of the final season. He does that. I call it the penguin walk. It's like, oh, the penguin freaking. Morning, everybody.
The penguin walk. That's a bit mean.
Here we go.
If it's not too much trouble, I could use a pardon. I borrowed a few books from the Citadel.
I love me some Dragon Queen.
He borrowed some books.
I love dragons. I would hope that I would be a Targaryen.
I just want to make a comment. I see in the chat that Tywin's complaining about Amelia's eyebrows and shaving them off and stuff. Do you know how long it takes to grow your eyebrows back? And sometimes they do not grow back. So, I mean, that's like a lifestyle choice. That's not just like fashion.
I mean, that, and quite honestly, that's also something that they could have corrected in post very easily.
Yeah.
And they chose not to.
I honestly, I don't think you should blame the actors for that. I mean, that's a lot to shave your eyebrows for a part. Unless you're playing someone who's dying, I wouldn't do it.
Yes, okay. Yeah, I'll go get it.
Roll some.
Yeah, Plexi, that's true too. Bleach near your eyes is hella dangerous.
Dangerous thing. And I mean, it's bad for the hair on your head. It's also bad for your eyebrows.
It's also bad for your skin. You could end up with bleach burns.
For your skin, bleach burns are not fun.
I offered to let him retain his lands.
Hey, Peach, what's going on? I like all the costume work they did for Daenerys also. Especially that one when she flew past the wall. That close-up scene that they gave when she was holding out her hand for Jon to get up. She looked absolutely amazing.
I have to say the top, the main 3 females in actually 4 females in the show, Cersei, Dany, Sansa, and Brienne had amazing costumes. Arya's were kind of plain, but that was meant to be plain.
Right, exactly. I totally agree.
And it's one of the most popular things here. Bacon, chicken, cheese, ham, tomato, onion, tobacco onions on the big tiger bread.
That sounds tasty, actually.
Interesting. What sauce would you like in yours? Thanks very much. See you later. What are you doing tonight?
Dude, imagine being the food truck that got the commission to serve everybody's lunch. That boost in sales would be phenomenal. And what are you guys thinking so far, chat room? I am enjoying this, actually. I think maybe a little more than I thought I would. I thought that possibly it might be boring, but no, this is very interesting.
This is pretty amazing, I gotta say. Just seeing all the work that went into this season makes me appreciate it a bit more.
Oh yeah, the time that everyone put in, the hard work, the awesome ideas with getting all these things together, I don't discredit that at all. That was phenomenal. They did an amazing job. It's the writing that I had an issue with, and that's all on D&D. The random rapid fire scorpions. Still questioning how in one episode, all those scorpions were shooting like a machine gun, and then all of a sudden at the end, they have to wait for one person to get a shot off at Drogon at a time. Dude, all these things they got to pay for to rent this lot, the fuel to get all the vehicles around. Oof. I like that lady.
Of the last getting of Game of Thrones. Does that not bring a wee tear to your eye? No. Oh, right, fine.
He said nope.
Not like I haven't fucking stood there wasting my life, waiting on you fucking getting to your fucking unit base for the past 7 years.
Hey, I'm not a big fan of Sansa either. Not by any means. But I'm not going to blame Sophie for that.
Oh, they're explaining the crypts, the whites in the crypts. They're actually Starks. They're all Starks.
That's what I figured, yeah, that they showed them breaking out of their tombs.
And their makeup is different. They're actually mummified, the makeup artist is saying.
Everybody likes them. They're doing a proper lighting testing, aren't they?
Damn, that is so much handwork to be doing.
Set up and then pitch the Game of Thrones. Or did
well, no. Well, what happened was Barry's always worked for other prosthetic artists, and I'd always worked in visual effects. And I said, actually, I think they're interested in a few people quoting on Game of Thrones. And so Barry and I were like, let's see what happens, blah, 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 blah. So we did our little spreadsheet, we were working everything out, and then Barry got the phone call to say that we'd won it. And we shut up. We didn't have a workshop, we didn't have crew, we didn't even have tables, we had nothing.
None of that, but their work was so good. That's why they got the contract. That's awesome.
We just had Lee Madden over here to try the stump. Lee, the stuntman, for the severed arm. And do you remember David Nutter said they'd make sure that the character would have their sleeves rolled up? So the issue is, Lee says the characters are wearing long-sleeved, thick jackets, which means that really you can't do a severed arm gag. because it'll look stupid.
But I mean, that's the game.
And the amount of things like that they have to take into account before filming. It's amazing to see.
If I can fall asleep like it's happy days, if I can't, then we rethink. Yeah, rethink. That's it. It's more important you got the crypt.
Yeah, Timo, I'm thinking about doing a another go around with The Walking Dead. I just haven't enjoyed that series in so long. It's I don't know if I'll get back to it.
Just from someone who took a small little bit of a special effects makeup course before deciding it wasn't for her, that makeup is intense and it takes hours and hours and planning before you can even attempt to put it on.
Yeah. Okay.
And hours even more to get it all put on.
And even longer to take it off.
That is crazy. That is a long work day when like the first 3 or 4 hours of your shift, you're sitting in a chair getting a whole bunch of stuff put on your face.
So hard on something, and you want everyone to like it. The whole thing, they'll be like, yeah, you nailed it. I thought. Has anyone said anything? Don't see anything.
I'm just anyone putting on makeup like the guys here that played the whites in the crypt. All that stuff takes a really long time to put on.
Can't really tell what they think. It's a big one. Can't really tell what they think.
What do you think? In
terms of the makeups and things, I think they're happy, but we're going to send pictures to Miguel. Miguel's going to make notes.
The Mountains makeup took 7 hours a day.
To run through all library and crypt. So
that's a whole shift of work, of regular work. Yeah, Mar, I agree. The way they made those look. You can definitely see the skill that all these people have behind the scenes. And now I want a torment ornament.
I want that whole Christmas tree.
Right?
I really want the shame one.
Wow.
Little swerves every now and again for bits that he needs to go over.
The way that this whole battle is going to work is that this whole show has been about the fact that people don't get on, and then now they find.
I don't wonder how many of those like tall heaters that you might see outside a club in the wintertime, how many of those they might have like that we can't see off camera for the actors to just run through after they're done shooting in this freezing weather.
When we saw that scene of the trucks and the lady swearing, they were setting up a extras crew tent that's probably heated.
Yeah, definitely. See, Plexi said he was in it for 10 hours a day. Damn. When do these people sleep? That's what you got to ask yourself. All these random red shirts that they had to put in here. Timo says, if this gets people to appreciate the show more, then I'll be grateful personally because I've been screaming this for years, it seems. It definitely shouldn't take this documentary for anyone to appreciate the show. You're right. I agree. The show can be appreciated just on its own. This just gives me even more respect for everything they did. Peach says she hopes they show the Starbucks cup.
I think they were making a reference to that earlier. It's not a Starbucks cup. It's a cup from that van lady. It has the same lid.
Okay.
Let's do the whole scene as if you
Either way, someone should have caught that in post, though.
And the water bottles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We've been like cracking and cracking.
Yeah. I think this whole point.
Dude, how tall is Macy? What is she, like 5'1", maybe?
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Maisie is an inch taller than me. She's 5'2".
She's 5'2",
So
okay.
let's just do it again up to that point, and then we'll work through the next section.
Okay, and action. And the dragons pass over you. And off they go.
This was very reminiscent of Helm's
You
Deep,
get further and further away.
and I loved it.
That light slowly disappears.
Hey, Jasmine, thanks for coming in.
Now they're not. But what you can hear, the very
Yeah, me too. I totally agree. Everyone needs to get their appropriate shine for all this work they put in.
Dialogue scenes in it. If you took Battle of the Bastards into hard mode, so that
Hey, he says, please don't burst my bubble if I'm starting to have hope our community will tone down the hate. Fingers crossed, man. Fingers crossed.
really not particularly.
I think everyone has to remember, despite our misgivings about the writing and the ending and the timeline of the show, these people worked super hard to give us what we have. And what we have is pretty almost
The
I'd
most
say
amazing
90
show on television.
Yeah, but it's also about 90% accurate to what I've visualized from the books.
Finished it on time.
Definitely.
Didn't fuck it up.
Inns Landing. 3 months until filming starts. That is so much work.
Oh, wait till you see what's coming. This
Literally
is amazing.
building a city. I always love how they build these huge structures for a set. And I love seeing them demolish it for scenes.
2, 3, good. One head, drop, pull, shoot, big smash. Okay, good. I love it.
Fun fact, I saw a picture of a guy that played the Mountain and his brothers a while back, and he's actually the runt of the litter. He's the shortest one among them.
That's amazing. So not the Mountain. The stunt coordinator, the choreographer on the set was a stunt man for 30 some odd years, and now he's playing the Night's King.
Oh, is that who plays the Night King? Okay.
And he's coordinating all the stunts.
That's cool shit.
That guy who was just fucking this Night King?
So that's yeah, that's the same guy that did the dual wielding Arthur Dane also. That's pretty cool.
I grew up in Czechoslovakia. After the revolution, many of my friends became part of.
Always want to learn how to dual wield.
I was 14, 15, and I had decision: or with them, to be gangster, or be with a live show. So when I decided to stay with the show, it was good because many of my friends are dead already.
That's a journey. Kudos to you, good sir.
The mask completely changed you. You were stepping in the makeup, joking.
So wait, so the White Walkers, they not only had a hairstylist to keep them flowing icy locks looking good, but also someone to handle the manicures.
Probably called me and he asked me if I would like to be king. I don't have night king, I have just king. I said, I can be anything, you know, don't worry.
That's awesome. I always find it fascinating hearing people's like back life stories to see how they got to the point where they are now. Hey, Catherine. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Anyway,
is Abigail Strongbeard. I fought for Stannis Baratheon. I also fought for Jon Snow.
Strongbeard.
I find myself as part of Jon Snow's Stark Army. I've been taking out the undead, you know me, thinning them out before they actually reach Winterfell.
Look like they just walked off the set of Thriller. That is a huge tent.
Thank you very much.
Wait till you see the piles of armor, AK.
Yeah, Jasmine, that's what I was just saying. Like that guy's got some talent.
The dire wolf signals cool. Eddard Stark fighting for Eddard revenge. Mad about Jon Snow, favorite character. The armor's cool. Winterfell's class. This is like the main family. In the
Oh, I
story.
wish I had an armory.
I was standing up at Packmule Quarry in season 6, and I just met Gerald, and then we're just chatting, and then the next thing, Greg puts Kip Harrington on a horse, and Kip Harrington's like, "Oh, hello, Gerald," just like that, and they just start talking like they're friends, and then Kip goes off on the horse, and I'm just like. We're out of here.
Mm-hmm. Keep wondering if I could actually ever be any one of these extras or just random person in the cold weather. I am not a fan of the cold. That's some dedication. It's an Unsullied soldier. That whole episode reminded me of the No Way Out scene in Walking Dead, and I really loved how they put it together.
We've been the longest road. Happy with to watch it too. From actually being here to watching it on screen.
And I really like that they're not just showing like the main headliners. They're going through and seeing all of the cast. I appreciate that. Damn it, I hope I don't get a damn copyright strike for this. Yeah, Timo, we all wanted more. Yeah, this song's kind of creepy. Just saying.
Tyrion Lannister, I don't see it as a slap in the face. I see this more as appreciation for all those people behind the scenes that put in the time, the effort, and the hard work.
Yeah, Timo, why do you think it's a slap in the face? I don't see it like that at all.
The big heavy makeup is quite hard work.
Fake pick. Which fake pick? What are you talking about? Dornish.
Yes, the next round, all heavy wounds. Did you order you some liquid blood? Was this for you? Is it 10 things of dark sand? Well, they must have cold. Didn't take them all.
Yay, Vlad. I don't know what Yay, Vladdy is. Did I miss something?
All right.
Just talking to somebody.
Oh, okay. I see what you're talking about.
Utterly. We've moved to a different location now. We're somewhere else.
If I had Instagram, I would. Yeah, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter are enough social media for me.
Oh, she's showing things she should be showing. They were hidden. What have you found them? That wasn't a very good hiding place, Nana, was it?
This lady giggling reminds me of Marie.
Mm-hmm. Whose grandchild are you talking about, Timo?
Alright, do some good swimming. gonna go do some reading, and you practice your spelling.
I'd have to listen to the full song, Sly.
Okay.
Timo, that's her daughter, not her granddaughter.
Alright then.
Who is she talking about?
The lead costume, makeup, hair coordinator. She was FaceTiming her daughter. And her husband also works on set, so.
Yeah, that part with the husband I saw.
I think it's unfortunate that both her parents are here, so she hasn't even got one of us at home.
That would be interesting, Timo. Hopefully they do go over to the Iron Islands.
So let's see what that stuff person is.
They get all that stuff put on their face and they have to wait around for a few hours before everyone's ready to even start filming.
I have to travel with them in my hand luggage. My little pets, wallet, your passport, and your Mickey. Daisy, she's a lot tired now because she hasn't been in the dragon yet. Next day it will be a little bit more, need to be a little bit more on it. When you've got a long week, you're busy all day because it all gets fuzzy and constantly like, yeah.
That's a really nice wig.
Jon Snow, Jon Snow, Jon Snow. I looked at the curtains up and I was top bullet the other day. Yesterday. Yeah, I got out of the shower. Fucking drone just drove by.
I wonder how many people might have gotten their drones shot down that were trying to spy on sets.
I feel like there's probably a lot of drones being shot down.
Yeah. It's actually very surprised that they were able to keep scenes and stuff from being spoiled.
I pitched it to HBO. A little was known about how short the days were.
Wasn't there an episode that had leaked earlier, like episode 4 or something?
Place when that sun rises, like something slowly unwrapping the present. Morning. How are the bones?
Wow.
All right.
And then they have to just visualize that they're actually looking at this thing that isn't there and act accordingly. That's wow. I just heard that people are starting to use raptors or falconers to kill drones on set. That would be interesting. I agree, Plexi. Okay, 4 and 5 leaked ban. Okay. Normally, I usually hear alerts about it. I didn't know that even the episode 4 was leaked until I was in Tony's pregame stream.
No.
That cold makes me cringe just looking at it.
I want to go there so bad, but I'm so opposed to the cold. I don't even know how I live here in Canada. It's cold.
I don't blame you. People gotta be out here in parkas and shit to stay warm.
It just makes my heart really smile.
DA says no wonder people know what will happen and posted anonymous. Yeah, there's literally hundreds of people that know what's gonna happen. Yeah. I feel like some people always spoil just to spoil and be stupid and bratty about it. Never understood the pleasure they got in that.
People have been told to stay indoors.
Snow and stuff splattered on your face. It's nice just when it goes down because of the snow or the wind.
Damn.
It's not safe for us to get. It's just
You gotta wonder how many days they lost filming, having to deal with storms and stuff.
If that's a storm, I would like them to come to Canada or the East Coast of the US for like a week in January.
Yeah, I've been in New York in the dead of winter. It's not fun. Not fun at all.
The schedule is impossible.
I love how the English pronounce some words. We say schedule, they say scheduled.
It's just all this business of trying to do, film finishes on a TV schedule and on a TV deadline, and I think this season we've certainly found the limit of what's able to be achieved. Insofar as I think
Timo says she loves the ones who, look for spoilers, then call it predictive. Yeah. As we all know, Timo, there are some fake folks out there. Yeah, J-Town, they did bring the long night. Worst snow in 35 years, yeah.
Frozen over it too. No, I mean, yesterday we had 250 extras and all the crew and not one toilet. In the bowls, the bleach was frozen.
Damn.
Wow. The icicles hanging off the taps that I couldn't believe. You try and preempt as much as you can, but sometimes it just gets to a stage where
Nature does not give a fuck about your planning.
Mother Nature back anymore.
I mean, it's starting to snow again now, so it's one of them. I can't really say that we're going to do any work until I know.
Right? Yeah, Elamar, that is crazy.
Is that a good enough answer for you?
Like it all froze down.
I can't really say anything else because it's snowing and it snows. Well, we don't just dress on top of real snow.
Hey, Christy, what's going on?
Cheers. Thanks a lot. Bye. Bye.
Ha, he says slippy instead of slippery. I've not heard that one before.
I've heard that before, but only because my grandmother on my mom's side was Irish and Scottish. So she was born here, but I guess because her parents said things, she would just inherently said them too. She didn't have an accent, but she always said the weirdest things.
Yeah, my great grandmother was really good for random phrases that I always thought were hilarious.
And it's funny because I have a friend of mine who I work with, and her mom and dad are both from Jamaica. And she said her parents actually say very similar, like the way they use words is very similar to the way English people do. It's hilarious.
Where do you think I get it from when I slip up and mine comes out?
Yes, that's true.
It is all down and I just feel like crying.
Shit, if I had to work in that cold, I would be crying. Bollocks. I love that word.
It's difficult to find people who know the job again. It's not rocket science. You could do it, Jeannie. It ain't hard.
I also want to just take a moment and say I love that they're giving the backstory of all these people behind the scenes and how many people's lives this show changed.
Yeah.
Because this guy right here, the snow supervisor, is talking about his life right now and how the show pretty much saved his life.
They give you 300 quid, your bloody birth certificate, and I'll get yourself out of there. Okay, then, so yeah, that opened my eyes. As I progress, I want some more money, and I just think, well, to keep that, I just have to keep working at the pace I'm working at. You just want to do the best for your kids.
Let me jump back over to the chat here. Torrance says even the universe wanted a plot change. Right? Okay, Timo says, think about this. All this work and all these setbacks, and people complain like hell and still do about how we had to wait. Yeah. Even if people would have seen this first, I think people would still be complaining. Sometimes people just like to argue.
I can't get them back to white. Let's go to it. I know it's just one of every reason.
Okay, wait, why are the horsies pink?
Back at one point, we can say the battle of Blackwater, Pirate Home, it's also in Castle Black. This is the biggest green screen that I have ever.
That is a ridiculous green screen. Good lord.
Battle sequence I think we have coming up, they don't tend to tell us.
And coordinating falling off of a horse, I imagine, would be very difficult to learn. If you don't fall the right way, you're definitely going to break something.
Or die.
Or die, yeah. Horses are very heavy. Yeah, Elmore, that is a ridiculous green screen.
I can't even begin to imagine how this is going to look.
Jesus, that's a lot. Oh, R.I.P. 1-1. Was that the same actor that played Gren just now? Did y'all see that? I swear there was a guy that looked just like Gren when they got close to Jon. Let's see. All right, Peach, thanks for coming in. Have a good sleep. Timo says people don't see or want to see. Maybe there was a wait. There's so much entitlement within the fandom. We hate but don't appreciate or even try to understand reasons why it's just easier to say fuck D&D. Yeah, you're right. I appreciate the work that was put in, definitely. But I'm still disliking the writing. That's it. Everything else, great. Actors, everyone behind the scenes, especially these guys are putting in a hell of a lot of work.
We have to say one thing. D&D put together one hell of a team.
True enough. That's absolute fact.
It's only week 9. Is it really? No, it's more than that. We started in January.
Night shoots week 9. Not only is it cold as fuck, but it is cold in nighttime when temperatures always get colder.
Try to Google it's the longest nights of
Filming in general is difficult. Having to deal with getting some type of lighting correctly. Filming at night, just oof. Because the night is dark and full of terrors. You are right, Ion. You are correct.
Sounds like anxiety to me.
I'd try to be standing as close to that fire as I could while waiting.
how are you doing? How you feeling?
Timo, I think it's more of it's a generational thing because before everyone had to wait for TV. Now that with Netflix and all this, we're so used to instant gratification that no one remembers having to wait for things and appreciating the wait.
Right, like you remember when old school sitcoms were on, and the commercial break would be your time to hurry up and run and go to the bathroom or get something from the kitchen. And if you don't make it back, you're actually gonna miss shit because there was no rewind. You just had somebody yelling at you, "It's back on!" And then you come tearing back into the room.
And there was no PVR to watch later.
Yeah. Sad as it was, that was such a great scene. That was the perfect way for Jorah to go out.
It was perfect.
Yeah, they nailed that one right on the head. TV diapers really high on. Fodder. What is fodder?
Feel the weirdness setting in. I can't be sick. 14 weeks till we wrap. That made it sound like what?
Jasmine, that's if there was reruns. If the show got canceled, you get no reruns.
Right, right. Not everything went into syndication.
Let's just get through this. And the other one was like, oh,
Oh my god, that weirwood tree.
This is a Godswood tree. I think it's a magical sort of tree. Goes back way back in time. Tiller of the Forest.
This guy's fucking name is Garth. How bloody appropriate that this is his job on the show.
He is the Green Hand.
That's fucking epic. Literal Garth the Green Hand.
I like Dallas before he killed his daughter. I like I actually like the Night King.
Can't blame him. Night King definitely had his fan squad.
To me, maybe it will be different brand. Arya, she will appear, I will grab first, maybe I will kill Arya, and Bran will kill me, he will throw the knife. And then, this made Night King angry, no? I am happy, and then I look at him, look at me, and then
He sounds like I don't know the actor's name, but the guy that plays Salim on American Gods.
And then Arya will kill me. The girl kill Night King. How is it possible?
This year I don't feel so very comfortable.
Yes, sir, we're asking ourselves that too. How was it possible?
If I am part of the actor or I am part of the stuntman.
You know, Jayton, I don't know. I don't think they've picked any filming locations just yet. Or if they have, they haven't announced it.
Sometimes I think, it's not true.
See these guys with the coordinated hair braids. Who is the stylist that within the White Walker clan? I need to know.
Yeah, Plexi, I agree. The first season was the best for acting, but the last season, this season was stunning.
Mm.
It's weird seeing him move. Go off in real life.
My roommate just said it's weird seeing Bran actually move about.
It's weird seeing Isaac Hempstead Wright just walk.
Yeah. Like, even though you know he can, you just associate with these characters so much.
Like, one of the most important characters, I say that in air quotes, that don't have many lines and doesn't fucking move and just stares into space.
Yeah. Bran planned it all.
Timo, I don't know. I keep seeing everyone saying, and I know Tony's been saying it for years, that the three-eyed raven's evil. I don't think George writes evil. He said it before. Everything's kind of gray. So
Yeah, J-Town. I was wondering the whole time what Bran was doing, and then he got that line, and that made it make sense. Arya the Kingslayer.
is Maisie doing her own stunts?
I know she did some of her own fighting. She did have a double for some points, but she did do a lot of it herself too.
She's on ropes. She's doing her own stunts. That's awesome.
I always love when actors can jump in and do the scene themselves. Bran's Golden Path. Checked out the first ep of the Deadly Class. Yeah, Plexi. Deadly Class has a really kick-ass soundtrack. It's set in the 80s, so I love how they incorporate that music. Just like Stranger Things.
It is my Groundhog Day. Could anybody ever say, how's it going, Sarah? I feel like saying...
Timo, come on. Arya is definitely a Kingslayer too.
Only Jamie has that Kingslayer's title. No. She literally killed the Night King. You stop that right now, damn it.
Supposed to wrap at 6 a.m. We don't ever wrap early, but there's a rumour going around that we might wrap at 3. When people start rumours like that, it's
I think this is cool too, seeing how the people behind the scenes miss their family while they're filming. It's important.
That's a lot of time, spent away from your family.
3 weeks. So there's all the snow. I've really struggled this shoot actually.
Yeah, FaceTiming would not be enough.
I mean, I'm sure the actors get to see their children, but the people behind the scenes don't get that privilege.
Yeah.
And this is appreciate that they give up their time with their family to give us this show.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're living,
seriously, respect to all of the cast and crew. Yeah, Plexi, it's apparently also from a comic, so I think I'm gonna try to look that up and see how it compares.
Action.
Jake says Kingslayer as if it's your own king. Is that a fact? I'd not heard that before.
It's a rat. Oh, it's a rat.
Yeah, all right. I guess it seems like the rumor was true. They got out early.
I think I might go and film at the Belfast
Aww.
Oh, she gets to be in a scene.
Adorable. That is adorable.
She gets to be a wildling.
That's awesome. Oh, look at her. Little baby furs. It is Elmar. Very touching. That's so sweet. Now she gets to work with mom and dad for a little bit. That's awesome.
Hey guys, take in the fact that in that scene we see the wildlings with bags. they're going back to.
Yeah, they're going back to make a home. I mean,
Yeah.
they wouldn't have sent kids on arranging. So yeah, definitely.
So that just confirms that Jon is going to be free north of the wall.
I don't think they'll feel a need to necessarily have a king beyond the wall at this point, but I think between Jon and Tormund, those are going to be their two leaders.
Well, they have called Jon the king in the north.
Yeah, right.
They did call him that. So
they live in the true north, according to their understanding. So yeah, you're right.
Oh, Timo, here you go. You get your Spain. That looks nice and warm. I want to be there.
Being woven in there, isn't it?
Sorry?
I'm here. The melody that they're playing, it seems like it has the Lannister song mixed into it.
It's possible. It looks warm there. I want to go there.
Yeah. Is that the dragon pit?
Yeah, that's for the council.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing here. You boys could have done it in your spare time. Every day, there we go, Julie, that's it. I don't think it's even worth doing the machine.
What is all that? I wonder.
He's making snow for King's Landing. It did touch King's Landing.
And that's the equipment he has to use. And all the snow supplies. Okay. The amount of money spent on just background things like the snow or, the rubble that they had to create, just, that in itself is a hefty ass bill.
Not too much, just to say that it's flown in and stayed.
Yeah, see, I still feel like there should have been more snow. When Jamie left, that's when it had first started snowing in the south, or more specifically at King's Landing.
It's the first time I've ever had my photograph taken yet. Not that I'd show anything. I've got a certificate. We've got the original.
If I worked on that set, I don't think I would leak anything, but I would definitely have like one of those spy glasses on so I can record just for my own nostalgia later on.
Oh, they have Jaqen and the Waif on set as ringers. And the Night's King.
Just to keep us talking and guessing. Yeah. It's a smart misdirect. Yeah, I never liked that theory. I really didn't see how it got so much traction. If the waif was Arya, she wouldn't have been doing anything that we saw Arya doing. Yeah, the guy that played Jaqen was the smooth operator there, Timo.
They have Jon there too as a decoy.
I think these past 3 weeks, actually history, there's nothing in the world more powerful than a story. Who has a better story? Fat and broken.
And I don't agree with the Brand the Broken title. Yes, that's what he is, but to actually refer to him that way, I don't know.
I think that was just their way of doing a play on Bran the Builder and all the past Starks that had similar names to what they were.
Yes, I agree with you. That's definitely a cool tactic. I get that. I don't remember what season that it was, but Shay was seen on set at one point too. People thought she was coming back, and it didn't happen.
What about the years that Michelle Farley would show up on set and everyone thought we were getting Lady Stoneheart?
Yeah. See, I didn't think that in Michelle's case. She lives there, so I thought she was legit just visiting the set. I did think about it a little bit though. Lena Headey had tweeted out a picture of stones formed into a heart shape. So a lot of people thought that we're going to get Stoneheart because of that. Is that Braun? No, it's not Braun. Yeah, that's right. Night King and Arthur Dane. I would love to just watch him spar. See him do his thing with the two swords. Yeah, Plexi. That's why I thought it was Braun. They're similar.
I know who I am.
See, Night King definitely had his fans. So I'm hoping with the prequel covering the Long Night that we'll get the full backstory. Because I need to know about the culture of the White Walkers. They're not just mindless killers. I've never thought that.
So I heard a rumor because a friend of mine works for one of the bigger bookstores in Canada. She works in the head office. That there's been talk of, I guess, George or Ilio and Linda. Yes, sorry, slipped my mind. Ilio and Linda doing a Northern history, and
she was at Winterfell.
No,
another one,
like the Fire and Blood book, but a Northern history that will include the wildlings and the others. And so hopefully that'll happen and we'll get not just the Starks, but everyone.
Definitely. I thought it was cool also that he went outside and chatted with the fans just for the hell of it.
He said he wanted to find out if they knew who he was.
Sure, I don't know how he could think people didn't know. Especially after that damn Arthur Dane scene. You are a legend, sir. There's your Lannister flag, Timo. Who says she watched Game of Thrones because of the Tudors? It was one of my favorite shows, and Natalie Dormer. Yeah. I didn't watch the whole series of the Tudors, but I think I did keep up for like 2 seasons. I did enjoy what I saw, though.
I have to say, I'm still in awe of the casting of Diana Riggs and Natalie Dormer. They literally look like they're clones of each other.
Yeah. If you look at a picture of Lady Olenna in her younger years, her and Natalie Dormer look exactly alike.
If you
I wonder if that's a fluke or like did they just get lucky or did they do it on purpose?
I believe I heard they casted Natalie Dormer first, and then someone had mentioned that Diana Riggs was available, and they watched when she was a Bond girl back in the day. And she looks exactly like Natalie Dormer when she was a Bond girl.
It's an uncanny likeness. They did really well on that. And I agree, Jay-Ton. Yeah, the amazing sets that they've created for this world are brilliant. Of course, you want Lannister history.
Yes, Sly. Yes, Sly. It was. Timo, I think maybe they're holding off on the Lannister history because we get so much of it in the books, whereas the Northern history and the Targaryen history was kind of secretive. in a way, especially the northern histories.
I'd like to know like why the wildlings actually became the wildlings. And Linda says in the books, Bran refers to himself as Bran the Broken. You are right. I forgot about that.
Also, I want to, my thing is I want to know the connection between the others, the Night's King, Craster, the wildlings, and the Starks, and Boltons, perhaps.
Craster is a very big mystery to me that I really want information on. You know, what was his communication point for even making that deal? Like, I suspect it has something to do with his mother and the village, the wildling village that she came from, but they didn't give us enough information on it. So I really, really want to see that.
Well, my thing, even Vormir Sixskins, like, was he descended from a Stark? Because they say the Starks are pretty much the only family that can warg and skin change in the books. And is he a Stark descendant?
No, there's other wildlings that are skin changers.
No, I know, but the theory that I'm going off of, I can't remember where I read it or whatever, is that the people who are wargs and skin changers are descendants from the Starks that have, you know, emigrated other places.
That's interesting. I hadn't heard that theory before.
Not the way we all thought we would have spend our golden days to Game of Thrones.
I mean, I suppose it makes sense because, you know, the Car Starks, they're a cadet house, and so were the Grey Starks.
Sly wants to learn about Garth Greenhand and all his whoring around.
Yo. Garth was slanging the D, boy. You want to talk about making the 8? This dude got everybody beat. I hope they talk about that huge map that Cersei had put in.
Hey, Sly, he planted many seeds, much like Ego from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Mm-hmm. So you could say he planted all the seeds because damn near every house thinks they're descended from him in some way.
Yes, Linda, you're right. Mormont, the House Mormont, the females in House Mormont are theorized to be skin changers as well.
Yeah. I think they are. Maybe not all of them, but Mage and I would say probably Daisy and Alysanne. Alysanne more so. It would be interesting. That's another great mystery I would love to have solved is why are the Mormont girls able to carry the Mormont name? And we never found out who their father was. I don't think they all have the same father, but I do think at least 3 of Mage's daughters are probably Torments.
Yeah, I still think Tormund and Mage got it on. Not
Absolutely.
in the show, but the books, definitely.
Yeah, not for the show narrative, but for the book, yeah. There's
And
definitely something there.
I don't think in the books Brienne and Tormund are gonna there's no connection.
I don't think they will either, but if it did happen, I wouldn't be surprised because honestly, it's fitting for the dude that Tormund is.
True. And Timo said she wants to know Ramsay Bolton's history, so do I.
I would like to know more about his mom. Yeah.
Sly, they paid for snacks, but they were given breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They showed that earlier.
Yeah. Yeah, right. It never. I can't say it doesn't make sense. There is some explanation there, but they never told us why they're not Snows instead of Mormonts.
So I have a bit of a theory on that, Plexi. So if you look at like history here, a lot of places it's pretty much exclusively North America that a woman takes her husband's last name. A lot of other places have adapted to it, but my grandmother did not take my grandfather's last name. In Italy, a woman kept her last name.
Interesting. I did not know that. They are not having any of his fuck shit. You actually came over here with the damn Bolton banner on your back. Get out of here. Phil says what everyone should do is look into who Old Man is, Rowan Weber. I like that theory, Phil. I've heard that before, and I think it could definitely be possible. Which also, again, makes me think of Dunk the Lunk. Pretty sure the Lord Commander did not keep to his vows. He had some low bastards running around, and eventually that led to House Tarth.
Yeah, I'm still convinced Brienne is his descendant because
Yeah, I mean, his
it's the
shield is
only
in
thing.
the armory on Tarth Island.
And it's the only thing that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I totally support that theory. Hopefully we'll find out if it's true.
Christy, I don't know if it's just Italy or all of Europe included. I just know that from my own family. But I know that a lot of it was mostly a North American thing. A lot of women changed to their husband's last name once they emigrated.
Yeah, Timo, I agree. Yeah, their beards are flowing and lovely.
Yeah, Dornish, I agree. The Knights King's armor does look Valyrian.
Yeah, and I think that's a good book nod. There's so many questions that I would love to see answered where the White Walkers are concerned. Like, who's making that armor? You know, he isn't just like snapping his fingers and making these things happen. Someone's forging those ice swords. I want to see that whole process.
Also, I have a question since Plexi brings up Danielle Lothstone and Rowan Weber, the fight. You know what I want to see? I want to see the, oh my God, Blood Raven and Bittersteel's mothers, their houses, the fight between their houses that we never got at all.
Yeah, who was it? The Blackwoods and
the Blackwoods and
the other one?
Oh, I can't remember.
Help us out, chat.
Yeah.
Who were the Blackwoods? The Brackens.
The Brackens, the Brackens and the Blackwoods. Yes.
Yeah, it's like a centuries old feud. Like, what in the fuck happened there?
And that literally, that is the reason for the Blackfire Rebellion, was because of that feud between Blood Raven and Bittersteel and their mothers.
See, I thought it started before that, but it was just an added fuel to the fire when it came to Blood Raven and Bittersteel.
Well, I think they were Blood Raven and Bittersteel were always at odds, but it was because of their mothers, from my understanding.
Okay.
Because of their feud, and then they kind of insinuated it onto Daemon Blackfire.
Okay, I thought it had something to do with them both being in love with Shira.
It did, but Shira was the catalyst. That
okay,
the straw that broke the camel's back. And I want to know more about Shira Seastar.
Yeah, definitely. And a lot of people think that there's strong clues that Melisandre might be Blood Raven and Shira Seastar's kid. I think Melisandre is older than them, though. I think Melisandre is actually around something like 4 centuries years old, and that's a lot older than Blood Raven and Shira.
I don't know, because
I don't know.
Blood Raven and Shira and Mel's story is just so like intricately intertwined.
Yeah, true.
And her description in the books very much favors Shira Seastar.
Yeah. I mean, but that's the thing with genetics, you know. Melisandre might have had some random kid that ended up being part Targ and going back to Westeros. I don't know. There's a lot of possibilities with that theory. Let me jump over here. Mac9136, thanks for coming in. I don't think I've seen your name before, so appreciate you coming down. Says, I would like to know about the Lord of Light, the religion's origins, and the mystery of Melisandre. Yes. Yes, very much so.
I don't think we'll ever get that because George doesn't believe in religion. He thinks it's all coincidental. So he said that before.
But he does at least explain a little bit about some of the other religions, like the religion of the Seven and the Old Gods.
That's true. Maybe we'll get more
information on them than we do R'hllor.
Maybe we'll get more in the next few books.
I'm hoping. I'm definitely hoping. The funeral. Shout out to BBM because this is reminding me a whole lot of funerals in the 100. Hashtag Lexi fucking deserve better.
Don't spoil the 100 for me.
I didn't know you didn't watch. It's been like 3 years.
I'm kidding. I'm fine with spoilers. They don't bother me. I can still appreciate it.
Awesome, Mac. Okay, you are new. Thank you. Thank you for coming through. Too bad it's at the end of the very end of the series, though. Hopefully you'll stick around. I got other nerdy stuff coming up. Okay, why are they trying to get me in the feels again with this damn music?
The atmosphere today when we done the group photo, that had hurt. Said goodbye to the
Yeah, that's the end, man. And it's so sad. There was only a handful of Night's Watchmen that even made it through all this death and destruction. And here's hoping that, there's brighter days ahead for them. Because I think some of them did definitely go back to the wall, but a lot of wildlings stayed at the wall also.
Timo, I don't think Davos will carry on the Lord of Light.
Nah, Davos was never for R'hllor at all. Even after everything he saw Melisandre do to help in the end, I don't think he would ever be for R'hllor at all. Because of R'hllor, Shireen was murdered. So, nah. Davos is not on that. Davos has never struck me as a religious person, period, honestly.
No, I don't feel from what we've seen that Davos is very religious at all.
Yeah, like not enough. That's so good, but as in. Like,
Timo says she keeps meaning to watch the 100 because the black. Yeah. Roan is one of the guys on Black Sails.
I'm tired.
I mean, I'd say watch it, but I stopped after season 3, episode 7. So my Hita deserve better.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, heaven's sake. Put that picture on the wall, damn it. But yeah, that's definitely an exhale of breath. So many.
Also, I forget who was commenting about the eyebrows earlier. Also, if you look at my eyebrows, I have dirty blonde hair, but my eyebrows are dark. They're not super dark, but they're pretty dark. Most people with light blonde hair do have darker eyebrows.
Kudos to Amelia for, pushing through and working. This chick, what was it, like 2 brain aneurysms or something that she went through while filming?
Yeah.
And she stayed a trooper about it, didn't try to milk it like some other celebrities do to get sympathy and whatnot.
I didn't even know about it until she made that comment in the interview.
At the end, right?
Got much more life left in it. Neither is the front, neither is the head underneath it. So.
Yeah, Timo, he was asking questions, but I don't think it was because he was, he wanted to be a part of the religion. Yeah, J-Town, it definitely gives you a higher level of appreciation. Like I appreciated it anyways because I know these people work hard. But actually seeing the struggle, I'm really glad they did this documentary, and I hope that other fans will appreciate it also. We may have had issues with the writing, but that isn't anything that you should be mad at the actors or the crew for by any means.
AK, I think Mac has a question more directed to you because Geeky TV, that's your domain.
All right, since this is a tad bit off topic, but have you seen Deadly Class? Just questioning regarding your future. Yes, I actually need to go back and watch, I think, the last 3 episodes of this past season, but I am heavily invested in Deadly Class. I hope they get a season 2. If I can find enough people to talk about it with me, or at least 1 or 2 other people, then you'll probably see some streams about it in the future. I love the show. It's great. I'm gonna try to check out the comic that it comes from at some point. So yeah, definitely Deadly Class. Stranger Things is getting ready to come back. I'll be doing stuff for that as well. And I don't know if y'all have checked out Umbrella Academy. It's definitely worth a look. Hit up Netflix and check out that show. You will not be disappointed.
Oh, they're all saying goodbye to the set.
I know. Oh my goodness.
I wonder if they kept any of those sets.
Would you fellas never look so empty?
Oh, I'm looking at Castle Black.
Oh, yeah. That's right. This is Castle Black. Just all of that they had to build up against this mountain, dude. Like saying you're literally closing a chapter on your life for the people that have worked on this show. It's, oh man. I would imagine they feel like Sam when he got home from that final journey in Lord of the Rings. He sat down, wife gave him the cup of coffee or whatever it was they drank, had his daughter sitting on his leg, and he was like, well, I'm home. What do you do after this? Yeah, I would absolutely be in tears.
It's hard. And I think, sometimes you really struggle to get through it. And I think if it wasn't for you guys and you're around, that's really what has got us through. This is obviously a big end, and I know lots of you going home as of the weekend and back home. But we get other projects like this.
Seaside says Kinvara will continue the Laura Light in SOC. Yeah. I think you're right about that, Ben. I think you're right about that. But I still, they said Melisandre was going to go to Volantis, I believe, when her and Varys were talking, and Varys told her to never come back. And she was like, no, I have to come back because it's my destiny to die in this strange land. Well, why the fuck didn't you come back with the fiery hand? You knew Daenerys was there. Kinvara and all of the Red Priests over there have been advocating for Dany. So why didn't they come over to help? It's another one of those plot points that they just dropped the ball on. Once again, see, it's the writing and how they put it together, not the people working.
Jayton, I've heard that a few times now. A lot of people believe that.
Wow. Drogon is taking Dany to Kinvara. I figured he would take her to old Valyria. I didn't even factor in Kinvara. It's possible. I mean, and the ending is left ambiguous, and it's something cool to think about.
So I fell into the AK rabbit hole of Tumblr, and I actually found a story about Drogon taking Dany to Kinvara.
Say what you want about fanfiction, but I'm sorry, there's some talented writers out there, man.
Talent doesn't even begin to cover it.
And people have some great imaginations for these fandoms that we love so much. Like I've read so much good fan fiction for TV shows and different movie verses. It's a wonder that some of these folks aren't professional writers. I have met a few that are. One of pretty much my only writing partner that I collaborated writing any of my fan fiction with, she is a published author, and she's got talent, man. A lot of these folks out here should really be pursuing what they do as a hobby for a living.
Hey guys, I just want you to take in when you see Kit, read the side of his jacket. It says the King in the North.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because he's going to the true north. It makes sense.
Oh, here's your Grey Worm scene. Timo.
Plexi asks, I wonder how many times these things ended up on the cutting room floor. People are really going to be watching for those Blu-rays. Yeah. I've always been one to love all the extra features that they put up on Blu-rays. Do you guys think we'll get a history and lore for this season?
Oh, I hope so.
Since it's the end, I really hope we do. Here's my boy.
Grey Worm, he's totally gone. Of course, Jon's trying to save lives. Grey Worm have a standoff there.
For real, I can't blame him, man.
We don't care if they die, but their kings come in at the Unsullied point in their screen.
I do wish that they would have. Yeah, see, Jon was about to get that wet work. I wish they would have touched on Jon actually having to stop one of his own men from raping someone.
So with that, there's a Game of Thrones wrap from our good friend Jacob Anderson.
Like, it's not his first war, not his first bloody battle by any means, but I don't think he's had to deal with his own troops like doing horrible things. And I wish they would have showed a little bit of that.
Just listen.
Here we are now. The watch is ended.
I would be so ugly crying right there.
For so many people around the world. Thank you for Jon Snow, and thank you more than that for being
Word.
I love this show.
Aw, Kit.
It's never been a job for me. It's been my life, and this will always be the greatest thing I've ever been a part of. You've been just fabulous. I love you for that.
That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, and again, how this show has affected the lives of all these people that have worked on it. This man married his castmate. This show gave him his true love, and just stuff like that is just so touching and spectacular to see to me.
It also gave Lena Headey a new baby.
Yeah. I forgot her and Oberyn. New baby and a new ex.
This is true. Another person to argue with on set.
Mm-hmm. I bet their baby is beautiful though, because they are both good looking people. Those are genes that are going to mix very well. Yeah, Jayton, I had to hold it back. That was very sad to see. Now everybody's got to move on to the next chapter of their life. Yeah, I agree, Jayton. You're not just an extra, dude. You are a part of the team. Yeah.
At Plexi, I think it was confirmed that it was Page's baby.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's Oberyn's kid. What's his name? Pascal something or other?
Pedro Pascal.
Pedro Pascal, yeah. Shaitan said who's cutting onions.
People that you just want to say love them.
I don't know if y'all ever watch Flight of the Conchord.
I think that I was
They have a song where one of the lyrics is, you know, I'm not crying. My eyes are just a little sweaty today.
philosophy.
Very good show. If you never watched it, go check it out.
Camaraderie, family to the show. You know, that's the way I just always treat everybody. Now with people at Game of Thrones on there.
I wouldn't be surprised if these costumes end up in some sort of museum.
Oh yeah, I could definitely see that happening. Hell, shit, I'm waiting on Universal Studios to go ahead and build us a Westeros theme park to go to.
I don't think Universal's getting the rights to it. I think they're keeping it to HBO.
For a theme park, though?
I don't think they're getting a theme park.
That is a damn shame.
I think all of the UK is their theme park. And Iceland and Croatia and Spain.
Yeah. All right, I think that was it.
Ladies and gentlemen,
That was it.
Game of Thrones wars, what is dead, may never die, what rises again, harder and stronger.
Is that Tormund?
They talk together this. This is Carrick Castle. Guys, Carrick Castle is not in Game of Thrones. They're just going to fucking very well past Carrick Castle. I'm going to take you to Stannis' camp. Right, what we're going to see is all the lads laying over to the door. Who's going to pop on? It's Sir Davos Seal with a hand to the king, too. Stannis Baratheon, hitting himself off the camera. That's me right there. Wasn't even told that day on set. Acting is what we call this. All right. Here we come. We're coming in. And we're going to say
That's cool.
Irish mists. And we're coming up here now. Just around this bend.
It's been such an excellent journey to go on with all of you guys. I mean, do definitely stay tuned to everyone in the fandom. You know, there's other shows that we like to cover, other book series that we're into.
And there's
Shameless
also the
plug.
books, guys.
Yeah, and the books are also coming. Shameless plug for me and JD the Dragon and LavingShadow talking about The Land by Alaron Kong. If you want another series to get into, definitely check out The Chaos Seeds. It's an epic story. It's a great adventure. If you like RPG video games, you will love this book. It reads exactly like a video game, and it's so awesome.
Jayton says we should all do a Game of Thrones tour. That would be highly expensive.
Highly expensive, yeah.
But I would do it.
So I think we're gonna, we'll stay on for another few minutes. Benji, if you're still around in the chat and you want to jump on for a couple minutes with us, let me know. Oh man, so I don't know, what you guys think? What's your final verdict on everything here, Sam? I enjoyed the documentary. I thought this was really cool, and I'm glad they did it the way they did. They showcased a lot of everyone that was working behind the scenes, not just the main stars, and I really appreciated that.
I appreciated the fact that they showed all those people behind the scenes and all their hard work and all the time and dedication they put into it. I mean, taking away from their families for something we all love. And I don't think before this we really appreciated the fact that these people put in, because there was no face to these people before right now. And the extras, the costuming, the hair and makeup, the coordinators, everything that they put into it. It's just incredibly amazing, and props to them for bringing this world to life for us.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. All props to George R. R. Martin for giving us this awesome fandom to be a part of. And Ben do have a good sleep. I'm one of those lucky ones that doesn't have to go to work tomorrow for
Me
Memorial
either.
Day. So yay.
Not
And
'cause
let's see.
our holiday was last Monday, so I had Monday and Tuesday off of work. But I have tomorrow off, thank God, because I'm exhausted.
Right. J-Town asks what I'm going to be covering next. The most likely series I'll be covering next is Stranger Things, because I believe that comes out next month. So I'll definitely be on that. The Watchmen series looks pretty freaking awesome.
Yeah, I was
So
gonna say I'm gonna
definitely
have
gonna
to
be checking that out.
watch you for that because I'll watch it, but I don't know anyone that's into it. So
Yeah, I'm really interested in this Rorschach cult that they seem to have going on here. And they've got a solid cast so far.
also, I don't know if any of you guys have seen the trailers for it. It's all over HBO Canada, but the Chernobyl series looks really interesting as well.
I heard about that. That does look interesting also. I'm definitely going to be checking out Westworld. Unfortunately, they're not back until next year, I think. But yeah, definitely we'll be doing that. And another good channel for anyone that likes Westworld. Justin's channel. Daggone it. I'm blanking on it. What is it? Top Shelf Fandom, I believe. Yeah, he's got some good videos and discussions up about Westworld.
Also, I'm just going to give a little shout out. I showed it earlier, but this is Milk of the Poppy.
Is that your vape?
Yes.
Nice.
I just picked up a new one.
And see, Plexi said, will the Mad Queen still do book content? Yes, definitely. And actually, Manaro, I believe, very soon will be starting a discussion for the Harry Potter books. So
Good night.
we'll be going through those.
Good night, LMR.
Night, LMR. Thank you for coming in. Jake, thank you. Appreciate that. Sleep well. You too, Ben.
Everyone sleep well.
Yeah. Next, I think we're probably gonna jump off here too. And yeah, Christy, American Horror Story, they're doing like the 80s slasher films for this next season. So I think I'm definitely gonna check it out.
I haven't seen the trailers for that. I think my favorite season was oh God. The Witches. Coven.
Yeah.
Coven was my favorite.
Coven was the season that actually even got me into the show because I didn't want to watch it at first, but then I saw they had Angela Bassett on there playing Marie Laveau, and I was like, yeah, I'm in. You had me at Angela Bassett, and I loved that season. I also really enjoyed Apocalypse because they tied everything in from that season, and all the other Easter eggs for the other ones were freaking perfect. Full on was good. He said it made you even madder.
Oh no, you have to appreciate these people.
No, I mean I can understand where he's coming from. I can see both sides. I think I'm more so on, I appreciate all the work everyone had put in already, and this just seeing all their struggles made me appreciate it even more. But thinking about the story, I could see how some people would still be upset. So I feel you on that, Fulan. And thank you for coming through, bro.
Oh, Joe Swag says he's gonna miss these live reaction Game of Thrones streams.
You know what? I'm gonna miss them too. They've really been fun. I am honestly really glad that I started doing it. I'm contemplating doing like a full rewatch. But I don't know. I don't know if I really wanna do that. I don't know. We'll see.
Maybe take some time.
Yeah, we'll think about that.
Maybe take some time. I'm definitely I can't remember where it was, whose stream I was watching. I don't remember. But I have all kinds of ideas for streams. If anyone has any ideas and they want to discuss anything, please just let me know because I have pages and pages of topics I want to cover. Other than that, I think I may be doing a book reread because I think I need to get back into my get the book.
We gotta get ready for Winds of Winter, and I think Winds of Winter we're definitely gonna get by next year at the very least.
I also realized I've started to forget things from the book because of the show. So I have to go back because it's been a while since I've read. So yeah, definitely.
That's why I stopped reading American Gods like halfway through the first season, because I didn't want to spoil myself. I want to see how they spin it and then go back. And thank you, Linda. Everyone that was in the chat tonight, hanging with me and Sam, really appreciate it. It's always fun to talk with you guys. I don't know if I can probably, figure out a way to do this with Stranger Things. We get all those episodes all at once. So I might set up something where we do like maybe 2 or 3 episodes per stream, depending on how long folks might want to actually sit and watch and comment with me. But yeah, I think me and Sam are definitely going to go ahead and get out of here. Thank you guys again, everyone, for hanging with us. Go check out Sam. Her description will be, actually it already is in there, but I'll highlight it at the top so you guys can find her easily. I'm not sure when me and the ladies will be doing another stream. It'll be sometime soon though. So, we're not going to disappear. None of us are done by any means. I will be at Con of Thrones in July, and Lady Diligence. Yeah, Lady Diligence is also going to be there. Sam's going to try to be there. So if you're going and you happen to see us, come say hi. We would love to meet you.
I'm going to have to figure out how I'm going to get there because flights are super expensive. But I'm definitely, it's a process, and my sister's looking into a couple flights for me. But I'm hoping everything will work out, and I'm hoping I finally get to meet you guys, because I feel like I think Elamar said this the other day. I feel like I know everyone, but I've never met you guys in person.
Yeah, it's absolutely fun. I'll fool on you going. Awesome. It'll be good to meet you. All right, yeah. Thank you, Joe, Plexi, J-Town, Mara, Aaron Water, Timo, Lisi, Dornish Wench was in here, Linda Smith, Sly, my brother Fandom D Saint was in, Ion Trone, I believe, was in earlier. I think I saw Spots. Yeah, LMR, Dornish Wench, J-Town, Christy, and I always love seeing Christy in the streams because she is like one of only 2 other people that I know that watch Game of Thrones and RuPaul's Drag Race. So we're always chilling in the chats. I believe she's actually my fellow mod on Matty Rants' channel. If y'all like Drag Race, go check out Matty's channel. He's got some great discussions about it, him and Jamar. Let's see. A few other people. Yeah, Jake Cruz, Mara, Phil H was in earlier. I think
I'm going back.
Everyone, yeah, I'm scrolling up. Of course, it only lets us go back so far. So if I missed you, I apologize. Shout yourself out in the comments once it's up. I will be seeing you guys. I don't know exactly when, but set your notifications, and I'm always in the streams because I love supporting all of the fandom. So I will catch you guys later. Thanks once again for hanging with us.
Timo, it's okay. If one of us gets to, we will get you an autograph and we will send it to you.
Oh, for Nikolai?
Yes.
We shall see. We shall see.
If I'm there, I will get you an autograph and I will ship it to you.
Word up. All right, folks. Thank you again, and we will see y'all in the next one.
Bye, guys.
Fam.